The senators are hoping that a bill will be passed by next week, but they say that any bill that is passed would be just a first step and that next year we'll need to see more aid.
Connecticut is spending about $20 million a week. $20 million a week on testing. That money runs out at the end of this year.
Our state could see extra relief if a $908 billion stimulus bill is passed by December 11th.
In the $35 million for our hospitals and healthcare providers, the $288 billion that would be provided for small businesses.
The bill includes $160 billion in state and local aid and an extra $300 weekly of unemployment benefits. It also provides funding for the CDC's vaccine distribution plan.
As desperation increases, I think our willingness to compromise gets bigger.
But Democrats say $908 billion is just the surface of what we need. Metro North alone says they need $12 billion. They won't get it with a total allocation of $45 billion for transportation.
Agree where we agree, bank that progress, make law, take a whole lot of pressure off struggling people, and then keep debating the areas where we don't agree.
And we left Washington last night more optimistic than ever that we could get some version of this relief package done.
Both senators didn't express confidence that a bill will be passed, but they did say there is an urgent need for a bill to be passed before the end of the year. In Hartford, Taylor DiCello, Fox 61 News.